Everyone is furious and everyone has a right to be. Why wasn't there any protection? Who's going to take the responsibility? This wasn't just a target on a group of tourists. It was a target on humanity, peace, and the very idea of united India. 27 innocent lives. Those innocent lives traveled to create memories, not to become victims. A community was left in fear and a nation was left asking, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And most importantly, what can we do so that it doesn't repeat again? Let's talk about the failures that allowed this and the steps we can take as a nation to heal and protect the future. Baisara Valley in Pahalgam, Kashmir, the mini Switzerland of India. April 22, this valley was filled with tourists. There were families from Gujarat, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu and also international visitors from Italy, Israel and the United States. They were there to relax, take photos and enjoy the peace that Kashmir is famous for. But at around 3 p.m. that peace was shattered. A group of men disguised in fake security uniforms stormed into the valley. They were not there by accident. They had planned everything carefully. Armed with advanced weapons, they had a purpose. This incident becomes even more horrifying not just because of the violence, but because of the hatred behind it. These were not just targeting people randomly. They stopped them, asked their names, and asked what religion they come from. If the answer was Hindu, they were not spared. No questions about where they come from, no consideration of their caste or the language they speak. Just one brutal question. Are you Hindu? Manjunath Rao, a man from Karnataka, was on vacation with his family. They were enjoying the beauty of Kashmir like so many others. When these monsters approached them, they asked Manjunath his religion. He answered honestly, I'm Hindu. In an instant, those monsters did what they planned to do. His wife was on the knees, screaming. They said, no, you live. Go tell Modi. It was a cruel message. It was basically meant to spread fear and division. Manjunath wasn't only the victim. 26 others lost their lives that day, each with their own dreams, families and future stolen away. But even in the darkest moments, Syed Ali Hussain Shah, a local, saw the chaos and didn't run. Instead, he tried to fight back. He attempted to stop them and protect the tourists, even though he had no weapons or training. Tragically, he is not alive. Those monsters escaped after the attack, disappearing into the forest. For over 24 hours, they evaded, leaving the nation wondering, how did they get away? How did they plan this so perfectly? And most importantly, how did our security system fail to stop them? As the news spread, panic set in. Tourists in Pahalgam and across Kashmir rushed to leave, desperate to go back. Flights out of Srinagar, the nearest airport, were suddenly high in demand. But instead of helping, the airlines and taxi services saw an opportunity. Ticket prices for a short 2-hour flight to Delhi or Kolkata skyrocketed to 30,000 rupees, 3 to 6 times than the normal rate. Taxi fares tripled, leaving many stranded and helpless. Companies that should have been helping people in crisis chose profits, money over compassion. It was a dark moment for India's aviation. Thankfully, the government stepped in. The Civil Aviation Minister ordered the flights to cap their prices and waive the cancellation fees. Kashmir's economy relies heavily on tourism. In 2023, over 21 million tourists visited Kashmir. They brought billions of rupees and supported countless jobs. People thought 2025 would be even better. But after all this, everything has changed. Hotels are empty, shops are closed, and locals who depend on visitors for their livelihood are left wondering, will tourists ever come back? This is exactly what they wanted. To scare people away, to cripple economy and to destabilize the region. If tourists don't come, it's not a financial loss, it's a victory for them. We cannot let that happen. Kashmiris have already suffered too much and they need our support and now even more. The world is not silent after this tragedy. Country after country lined up to support India. Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka and the Maldives all condemned this. Even China spoke out. They said they were shocked. US and Russia, both superpowers, declared full support for India. This support matters. When big countries support, it gives more power to act, whether through diplomacy or something stronger. It also puts pressure on them. The world is watching each of their moves. So how did this happen? Pahalgam is a popular tourist spot, but on that day, there was no security presence. No guards, no checkpoint, nothing to stop them. This wasn't just a bad luck, it was a massive security failure. Intelligence agencies missed the signs. Security forces were not prepared and the innocent lives paid the price. The government has claimed for years that everything is under control in Kashmir, especially after scrapping Article 370. But this attack happened deep inside a peaceful area far from the border. And they escaped after this incident, staying hidden for over a day. That's not control, that's a breakdown. The weapons used were advanced, the planning was sophisticated. This wasn't a random act, it was a coordinated strike with outside support. For years, India has accused Pakistan of backing those groups, but it's not enough. We need action. This incident was about dividing, trying to create a rift between communities. They wanted to turn Indians against each other. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, so many others live side by side. And that's what makes us unique. We can't let that hatred define us. Kashmir has been through a lot. Tourism was creating jobs and a sense of normalcy. People were starting to believe in a better future. The government needs to investigate what went wrong and make sure it never happens again. That means more intelligence, better training, and a real plan to protect the tourist spots. Second, we need to stand with Kashmir. They need help. This attack was meant to divide us. Let's reject that hatred. Finally, always remember the victims. 27 lives. This isn't just a tragedy, it's also a wake-up call for India. It showed us the worst of humanity, from the Mumbai 2611 to the Pulwama in 2019. But every time it happens, it feels like a fresh wound. Think about the last time you went on a trip. Maybe it was with your family or friends. You probably felt excited, maybe a little nervous about the journey. Now imagine that joy turning into fear in an instant. That's what happened to those 27 people and their loved ones. The security failure needs more scrutiny. Experts say there were warnings, chatter about a possible attack, but no one acted. Was it bureaucracy, overconfidence, a lack of resources? Whatever the reason, it's not the first time. Remember Uri in 2016, Pulwama 2019? Each time we promised never again, but here we are. It's time for tougher measures. Let's demand accountability, keep the pressure on, and let's support Kashmir.